Repeat, 1556.
Casualties range in the billions.
Anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hellpriest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
Locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Is anyone left?
Alright, welcome to the very first Doom Eternal tutorial from, of course, as you know, I don't know idiocy. But for this tutorial, I'll be going over the combat shotgun. I'll be going over both modded and unmodded. Starting off with unmodded. A very good starter weapon.
I will mark it on your HUD.
But I will leave this side note. I am doing these tutorials with the infinite ammo, so do not expect to have the same results as I am having, specifically with the full auto mod that I'll be going over later. Now, with the unmodded combat shotgun, I don't have much to tell you. It isn't all that flashy or special. It's just a good old point and shoot gun. And very good starter one at that. Now here, with this mod bot, I'd recommend you start off... You know, I'll leave that for later. For now, let's go over the full auto. Now, the full auto has its pros and cons, but the one I will point out most is that it goes through your ammo like crazy. Now, because I have it fully mastered and I have the infinite ammo, I'm not gonna run out of ammo. And even if I wasn't using the infinite ammo, so they drop ammo on death for me. Because I have the salvo, which is the mastery for the full auto. It grants ammo on elimination of enemy. So, if you know what you're doing, and you can aim almost all of your shots, you'll get more ammo back in return. Now, I'm not trying to aim here fully, because one, this is just a tutorial, and two, it's just a demonstration. But what I want you to take from this is what it does for the player. Now, a few tips is, if you want to use the full auto, make sure you master it as fast as you can. Upgrade it with weapon points as fast as you can. But something else I will say, it is reliable. It just shreds through your ammo, so it's not the best mod, but it's a reliable one. But it will be quickly replaced with another gun later on. Now let's continue. And I'll see you when I use the sticky bombs. So here we are with the sticky bombs.
The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%.
So with the sticky bombs,
remaining.
the sticky bombs specifically, I'm trying to think of what I should say. Starting off with the UI of it. You may notice 5. Now, you'll only have 3 of these on the shots. However, like I said before, I have the mastery for the shotguns, and a way to show that is the skin I'm using, the Praetor skin. Now, this is a skin for the shotgun that you get for unlocking both masteries for the shotgun, specifically the combat shotgun. Now there are other skins that can be used. For example, I would be using the gold combat shotgun, but I'm still working to unlock that. Now everything you see in this video may not happen for you on your first run. Now, for example, that imp that showed up, that won't show up for you. But this Arachnotron, notice how I aimed the sticky bomb at its turret, and it blew up and it lost its turret, and no longer had that far range option? That is due to the sticky bomb launcher, which is good for getting rid of those weak points. Which is what I'll cover in the end whenever I tell you which one I'd prefer you take at the start. Now, I won't cover every weapon in this level, because this tutorial is specifically for the combat shotgun. I will cover the heavy cannon later on. For now, let's focus on the combat shotgun. Both unmodded and full auto are great options, but I'll demonstrate both in separate areas. Now for this area, I'll demonstrate tips, or well, how I use it in this area, specifically sticky bombs. I'll focus on that here. And then in the next area, I will focus more on the full auto. Now, some of the stuff I'm doing, for example the dashing, you will not have at this point in the game. I am going back for this tutorial, and I've already beaten the game. So don't expect everything that I'm doing to be 100% able, or 100%, like, don't try to imitate what I'm doing here, because you don't have the full capability if you're just starting out. But, tip I would say for this, the sticky launchers, you don't have to aim it perfectly, and just try to aim it near the enemy, in a nearby radius. So, I'll try to demonstrate that in this building over here, but I will be skipping through certain segments of this game, in this level specifically, to not spoil anything for you. So, see, I can shoot at the ground, and it pops. Now, you can also shoot it from further ranges, but you just have to be more accurate. I am not very accurate at all times, so personally, I'd like to not aim from super far away. But it is something that you can do. So, see right there, I'm not very accurate, but I still try. Okay, so now, I'll demonstrate full auto in this area. If you're gonna rock with full auto 100%, try to be accurate and master it as fast as you can so you can get that salvo.
The cleansing of Earth is a necessary step on the path to a brighter tomorrow.
Now, I'm not 100% sure how the salvo works if you get more ammo from bigger enemies, because I rarely use it. And I have to be honest, it's not something I use very often. I use it more in the Ancient Gods, but that's because it has more use, at least for me. Now, I won't say why, because that kind of spoils the whole purpose, and spoils the game for people who are watching this tutorial to learn. But after this, I will skip ahead and tell you which one I'd say is better picked, and give you some pro tips for the weapons. But for now, I'll just go over the full auto, demonstrate in this area, and let you see how they play. While you may find my talking annoying, or the stuttering, just know I am simply trying to teach you. But I don't have many pro tips for the full auto, as I should state, because I use sticky bombs more. But I will try to give you pro tips for full auto other than try to be accurate. One I will give you is dashing and heavy demons. So with the heavy demons, a reason why I'm giving you this tip is they have more health. And the full auto shotgun, the mod for the combat shotgun, it deals heavy damage, but shreds through ammo, which is why it's a good option for dealing with heavy demons. But if you're trying to be more accurate and do more splash damage, I'd recommend the sticky launcher, which I will show you a pro tip with the sticky launcher as well, which is coming right up ahead. So this Caco Demon, if you shoot a sticky grenade into its mouth, it auto-stuns. That is its weak point. You can also use the grenade launcher too, which you unlock, I think, in this level. Not sure if I've already gone past it, or if I'm going to reach it soon. But you can also mix and match. Both weapon mods are good. But I just use sticky more. Now, right here I'm going to go cut ahead and get to the review part. See you in a bit. Okay, now let's get into my personal opinion on the two mods and unmodded combat shotgun. The combat shotgun, while unmodded, is a good weapon, but it has a pretty bad spread, but has good damage. It is a very good starter weapon, though. However, between the full auto and sticky bomb launcher, I'll have to go with the sticky launcher as the better mod. The full auto isn't a bad mod. It's more situational. Now, with the sticky launcher, it's a very good overall, and I personally picked that as the first mod in every run. I only use full auto in the Ancient Gods and with the infinite ammo cheat, but I generally use sticky bombs more. Now, with unmodded, there's not much to say. You shouldn't go unmodded with any weapon. You should always have a mod for a weapon and try to use them. But overall, I'll tell you this. You should probably go with sticky bomb launchers unless you're willing to go and master full auto as your first master weapon mod. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.